Back now to Richard Hoagland. The Hoagland Revelations, we'll call it. Richard, I want to finish up covering what people should have, the numbers of the photographs.
Okay, well, let me finish telling you the story of 84M, Lunar Orbiter 3 84M, because it's really revealing of the process that's been going on and how it's taken some clever detective work to figure it out, to find it.
Yes.
It says in Hawaii, remember, we got one in Washington, one set we're supposed to have, and there's supposed to be a duplicate set of the same picture in Hawaii.
Right.
So my friend Joe Gill goes in with his camera. They give him a copy stand, they give him the prints, he takes the pictures, he sends the negative to me. We have them developed at the lab, we blow them up, and I begin to look at them just as a kind of a, trying to touch every base. The caption says it's one of one. Very important. Lunar Orbiter 3, picture, image, 84M, one of one. It says the date when it was taken, which is February of 67, the date when it was read out of the spacecraft. You have to understand that this was actual film art that was loaded into an unmanned satellite by Kodak, sent to the moon, photographs taken with a high resolution and medium resolution camera, two lenses, two different cameras on the same film.
Right.
The film was then developed in the spacecraft, all right, physically developed in zero gravity in this, for 67, this was pretty sophisticated.
Right.
Then it was read out, it was dried with thermal dryers, they snipped it apart, they then scanned it with a pre-laser light source. This was not even laser scanning, this was, a 6.5 micron mirror beam that was scanned. It was then converted into digital information, sent back to Earth, reconstructed with television equipment on the ground at the Goddard Space Flight Center, photographed off the TV screen. Those photographs turned into little 35 millimeter negatives. The negatives assembled by hand into master 20 by 24 inch negatives. Those copied, those turned into prints, those made into negatives that were used to make the copies we eventually got.
Quite a bit of degradation there.
Oh, yeah. And the amount of detail we're seeing on what we're seeing is so incredible, you can only drool to imagine the first generation. There were several different places that put these mosaics together. One was the U.S. Army Mapping Service, part of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. The other was Kodak. The other was the Boeing Company up in Seattle. The Boeing Company, when Dr. McDaniel asked them very innocently at my request about photographs,
yes,
claimed they have none.
None.
None.